Hello everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. In our last episode, we met the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and followed Thancred over to Camp Drybone here to try and investigate some kidnappings. So let's talk to this man. Let us get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied in these lands by the Amalja. By Amal Shah's hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at once. I think flames is referring to the immortal flames, which is like some kind of police force for Ul'dah. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of Saint Adama Lamdama, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. Murders. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before the mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amal Shah still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Amal Shah seek in the area. Okay, that's brutal. Okay, so we gotta go pick up some bodies of people who were murdered by the Amal Shah on the road here. Okay. A ripe corpse. Gross. Ripe is such a terrible word in this context. Oh, Amal Shah. Alright, we're gonna pick up the bodies. I don't know where we're gonna store them. Just putting them in our pocket, I guess. My pants are gonna smell like death. It's good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Yep, here they are. The bodies given back to, proper to Earth. The souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Amal Shah? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their Borea unawares. That's true, they were pretty huge. So there were Amalja remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed. But I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. An occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day, and even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? The mystery deepens. What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we are able to find the reasons for these vanishings. 12 forbid it be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust, who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak with you. Right. A merchant. Like that merchant that accused that girl of stealing that meat. Oh god, it is him. Belch. Well, gods be damned. You are that bloody adventurer who threatened me back at Ul'dah. What in the seventh hell do you want with me now? Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Folks around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Well, please don't do that. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. What with all the disappearances, you can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. But please, sir, just leave me be. I have nothing to say but this. I'll take who or whatever has been feeding us off to the low folk. But what do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. They're afraid of me. Am I so scary looking? This guy has had too much to drink. Why won't this goddamn door open? You push it on the wall. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and move onto a better place. Place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Costa del Sol. What is that from Final Fantasy VII, right? Or maybe I'm wrong on that. Welcome back, Swipe. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungus. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps you may speak. If they speak freely of it to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. Isn't that like against the clergy's oath? If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place than to ask in the Church of Saint Adama Lendama. It is a small and humble church found northwest of here. And so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquess. He tends the graves of the Lich Yard. Oh, that's a cool name. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. Carrying around dead bodies a lot lately. Marquess, here you are. I am Marquess, yes, a body, of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, sir. If you seek a place for burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. Across the ridge? Alright guys, we're gonna bury this body in just a minute. I will be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back. Time to bury this body. At least it's embalmed. Oh. We're just putting it right there, huh? Okay. Not even burying it. There's one there too. Oh, maybe I do need to bury it. Okay, there we go. We buried it. May they walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I could not help you. But maybe Sister Orson can. She has been kind to me. Everyone's been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You will find Sister Orson within the church walls. Orson. There she is. I hear you have done us a service of bearing a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when you see him next. You seek knowledge of missing Drybone inhabitants? It's true I am closer to the people than any other of the order. I confide in them and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquez would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquez, and soon. What did he do to offend Thancred? Ooh, 360, 720. The jump and the jump. Yes, we saved like 2 seconds. Thank you, Swipe. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught from the missing common folk? Or of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Swipe? Hey, it's Thancred. Thancred, what got you so offended? A pleasure, my dear Isambard. My name is the name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust more times than I care to count. Yeah, one time is more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to the notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in the service of the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares when she who takes confessions? Wait. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confessions, the good sister Orson herself? Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye on this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquez, I swear to the 12, I've seen that face elsewhere before. So is he saying Orson is behind all this? Or at least in accusing her? Sister Orson, it cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon for her to speaking to the children, but no. It could not be. Could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Swipe, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. Alright, let's go. Oh, it's way up here. Boing, boing. Hey, goat, can I ride you? Wish you could just hop on an animal. Just be like, I'm gonna ride you for a little bit. Oh, that guy's on an animal. I would ride what? Oh wait, never mind. I don't want to sit on one of those. Let's see, let's go left. Please, sir, Sister Orson went out on her own and hasn't come back. She always reached me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it, but what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. Alright, we're either going to find her doing something dubious, or she's in trouble. Speaking of dubious, has a blasted rogue Kadan finished his stew? Guys look suspicious. She is? What's she doing? Oh! Rotting mage and rotting pikeman. You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. She doesn't seem to be evil. Teleport back. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. God's forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of the orphans, and risking your own well-being in doing so, no less. Apparently not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. True. Oh, I gotta choose pants. Choose money. I'm well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now onto the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amajan encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to recover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Okay. Oh. Boing, boing. Tancred, why are you so far away? There he is. Ah, there you are, Swipe. It's so good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about the good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though as they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amaja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Swipe. Would you be so kind to take a look inside? Yeah, no problem. I guess I'm gonna have to kill some things. Can I? There we go. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? Got a queer leaflet. This leaflet, see the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Naldthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it. Oh. Is someone creating like fake work advertisements to lure people into a trap so they can kidnap them? Where's she at? There she is. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order, of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? The plot thickens, Swipe. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there. There's no doubt an irony in there somewhere. Yep. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard that we have what we have learned here. Alright, so someone's masquerading as a priest, posting leaflets for job opportunities, and then kidnapping them once they show up for the job? Posing as a priest, to think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Swipe. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Swipe and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. Those old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Swipe, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at the camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Haha. Deceiving the deceiver. Oh, we gotta put on the clothes? Oh, it's just 2 pieces? Svainhilt. I preach the teaching of Azema, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azema is the keeper of the sun and the goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath her light, the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught gil till the end of days. Is that what all these churches are doing? Is they're just saying, join this church and you'll be rich? And you are? Huh, another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Begone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Wow. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. You don't seem to be interested in your story, sir. Oh, he's up there. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Jeez, these people are like racist. Oh, below? Boing. Oh my god! Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. Wow. Wow. Discrimination. I could have money. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Swipe. The camp is abuzz with talk of a newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for your kindly priest to come and offer us aid and a comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Ah. Well, here's the muddy pond. I don't see any people, though. A fine evening for catching a false priest, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Swipe. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left, then, is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Naldathal, and I've come to offer you succor. Oh God, I recognize that face. This leaflet bears the teaching of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, Ungust. But what? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised here, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amadar raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder the village at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. And so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amaja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amal Shah. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. Was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amalja paid me. You sacrificed innocence that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Ugh, not you again. You were the one leaking the Immortal Flame's patrol routes to the enemy as well. Spit it out. No, I know nothing of that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter. There will be time enough to learn the truth. Oh, no. Yeah. Try be a good man and take word of these developments to Menphelia, would you? Ugh, she's so far away. I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Oh wait, no, I got tickets, right? Yes. Welcome back, Swipe. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken and none but the Alma shall know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it is now disseminated to the great benefit of all of the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for the pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. Enhancing equipment, huh? I'm down for that. Nice to see so many new players like me. There's another quest here. Materia extraction. What would you say if I told you that inanimate objects can possess a soul? They can, believe it or not, although the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Through faithful service, the arm and armor that we use come to hold our spiritual energy. Thus do we form a spirit bond with them. This spiritual energy can be drawn out and converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear to enhance its properties. I am well versed in the ways of materia extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it would be my pleasure to teach you. When you're ready to commence your learning, you're ready to commence your learning? Good. As you have gathered by now, materia is the crystallized form of one's spiritual energy. As this energy is derived from an individual's psyche, a volatile beast in the best of times, a degree of variance is to be expected in its production. In practice, this means that you won't know the exact properties of the stone until you cradle it in your hand. Now, materia won't grant you much of a benefit on its own. Its power must be tapped, see? It is, and this is achieved by melding it to gear. Know, though, that this takes deft hands and a craftsman to meld the materia. You can always seek others to attach material on your behalf, but if you would sooner do it yourself, I recommend you speak to Bahobus. Melding is her field of expertise. Okay. Oh, I should probably equip my gear again, huh? So this has a 42. Okay, so if we extract materia, we got one. Critical hit rate +1, and we got to put it in our gear. We need to be a crafter for that. Oh, that's cool. Psh, who is Uplander? Come to tent ring of Muda makes bubbly pots. Fighting tool drinks in airy self. When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of Materia. Why are they all talking like this? If Materia joined with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eye's Fighty Tool gains power of Airy Self. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Menphilia. That's correct. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Menphilia wants Uplander to see power of Materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutamix, yes? Fighty Tool is unstrong as Eating Tool. Make good teachy show of power of Materia. The Materia Master. Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Materia join with Fighty Tool. Fighty Tool gains power of Materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take the Fighty Tool to Menphilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It has to have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with the owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia and you imbue it with the host item, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turn the dagger of yours into from Sumat, as would have suggested, to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia, then Uplander best fill brain caves with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. You guys hurt my head. Okay, back to Menphilia. Welcome back, Swipe. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Yes, it did. Here's your dagger. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skill needed to manipulate this substance are not easily acquired, but one only need to look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Swipe, so make it your ally. Now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray, speak with me when you're ready to begin. Oh, we got a weapon. Of item level 18 through 21. That is not nearly as good as what we have, so we're going to save that. Oh! Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amal responsible for the abductions. and so they mean to have Ungus attend as planned. As the Almanjar are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested your support. I would have you provide it to them, Swipe. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such a time as he does, will you be the Scion's sole representative on the ground? Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such as is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Okay, back to Camp Drybone. Thank God for teleports, right? Ah, you're a Swipe Core of the Scions? My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize them from the whereabouts of the abductees. The Lizard Men aren't aware that their man, Ungus, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can employ only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we request the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please take your way there and lie wait. We learn to stand much and more from the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds. Let's make sure it does. Alright, let's go to the Invisible City. I'm not sure how we're going to find it if it's invisible. This place just seems like just a fire hazard. You guys are too low level to bother with me. Oh, battle! Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good, we make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. There's a big boy. What? What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. There's an ambush. Yeah. Ah ha ha. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the Immortal Flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? 'Twas almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Ha ha. Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. I will have my revenge. Oh, there's more of them. Achievement! Oh my gosh, there's no end to them. Guy's got a lot of... Oh. More? Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! Oh. Oh, a sleep spell. Oh, I do not want him to be the last thing I see. Bring him. The rest of you, march. Traitorous scum. I fear the Almighty mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. A bowl of embers now accessible. Alright guys, I'm going to pause it here and I'll return once I get a group for this. See you in a bit. Alright, and we're back. Here we go. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. He rhymes. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Oh! A Diablo. O mighty Ifrit, we bring you the ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and make them your own. Oh, bloody hells. Bring those two as well. Oh my gosh, they were betrayed. Nice. But what's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servant of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man. By my breath, I claim you. Arise once more from as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Oh, having a barbecue. O mighty Ifrit, my one true God. Oh, he's brainwashed them. Your words are my bread. Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul hath already belonged to another? Yes, that's the only explanation. Oh, am I already brainwashed? Forsooth, my frail mortal flame can serve as a vessel. Thy frail mortal flame can serve as a vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the goddess's blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Okay, so I'm not brainwashed, but I have some kind of protection. Alright, here we go. Dang, that guy got floaty guns. Ugh. Kill this thing. Oh, what's he gonna do? Easy peasy. Another one of those things. We have 2. Pray forgive my lateness. Thancred, you're quite late. I was delayed by a congregation of Almajah zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Ooh. Phew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time in extracting the captives, no less than I did expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Swipe. Had I known the mission would prove so dangerous, I would have never left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings. Camp Drybone, shall we? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment it was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Uldan interference into account. You should know better than to rely on 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the persistent, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any readings worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by the adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task, that is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that. Beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Oh, we're still here. Hey, 2 commendations. Ah, there you are, Swipe. Come rest a while. You will have no better opportunity than witnessing their god's ignominious defeat. Or after witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be a whole of body, but the same cannot be said for their minds. For once a man is tempered, but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is a deed of no ordinary individual, Swipe. Nor that I ever thought you were ordinary. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My eye for fine talent remains undimmed. And Ophelia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you're good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Alright, we did deserve a rest, so we're going to rest and end the episode here, and we'll talk to Menphelia in the next episode, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. I had a lot of fun. We defeated our very first primal, I'm sure the first of many, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.